Good morning, students. Welcome to the computer class. I am Snigdha Dotto. Uh, I will take your computer class today about the uh, question answers exercise of your books, Introduction to C++. Okay, so there are fill in the blanks, then true, false, match the following, and question answers that we will discuss today. I hope all of you are well at your home and you are enjoying the video classes, and all of you are safe at your home. And so it's okay. So one more thing, all of you give your attendance in the comment box. Okay, each and every video, you when you are watching the videos, then you give the comment so that we can keep a attendance record of you students. Okay, so you can see the comment box at the bottom of the videos in WhatsApp app. So just write down your name, class and section. Okay, and if you have any problem in any topic, then you can, without hesitation, you can ask, okay, in the comment box. So let us see the question answers. Okay, so we will start from fill in the blanks. Introduction to C++. All of you open your book and see the question number A. Fill in the blanks. Number 1. I am dictating. You just write down the answer in your book and then you note down in your copies. Classwork copy, computer classwork copy. Okay. So number 1, a dash is a subprogram that processes the given data to provide you with a value. The answer will be function. A function is a subprogram that processes the given data to provide you with a value. Number 2, the documentation. The documentation section of a C++ program code contains comments. Number 3, a valid dash is also known as a named storage. It will be variable. A valid variable is also known as a named storage, which a program can use to manipulate. Okay. Number 4, in C++ programming, the output occurs in the form of streams, streams. Number 5, to receive input, most programs today use the keyboard as the standard input device. Okay, so you can see programs are also used more or less used keyboards as the standard input device. Okay, through which you can give the source code, you can write the source code. Now next is true, false. First one, C++ is considered to be the first OOP. No, it's a false. Number 2, to use the C++ compiler before C was there. Okay, so number 2, to use the C++ compiler, you need to install the program in your computer. Yes, it's true. First you have to install the program, then you can use this C++ compiler. Number 3, a comment line may affect the behavior of the program. No, it will be false. Comment line will never execute, so it will not affect the behavior of the program. Number 4, variables can hold different values at different times. Yes, if it is a variable, then you can manipulate that, you can modify it during the program. That is not fixed, so it will be true. But if instead of variable it is constant, then the values will not change, it will never change, so then it will be false. Because it is a variable, so it will change every time, it can change. Number 5, the cin object is connected with the standard output device. No, false. It is connected with the standard input device. Cin is for standard input device. Okay. Now next one is match the following. Number C, match the following actions and options. Number 1, in action, to insert a single line comment. So it will be B, double slash. Single line comment, double slash. And if it is a multiple line, then it will be single slash and star sign, asterisk sign from the keyboard. Number 2, to denote preprocessor directives, so it will be hash. Hash is used to, because we have discussed earlier, hash include iostream.h. So hash is the preprocessor directive. Number 3, to enclose a formal declaration, it will be number D, that is curly braces. Okay, so when you will enclose form declaration, then it will be in curly braces. Now next one is to display text, so within double quotes. Okay, when you want to display the text, then it will be in double quotes, like see out, enter the text. So this enter the text will be in double quotes. Now next is to insert line break, so that will be slash backslash n, or you can use endl, that we have discussed in previous class. So slash n, or we can use endl, endl. So endl, both you can write here. Okay, so this is about the match the following. Next is question answers. List the components of a basic program structure. List the components of a basic program structure, so that you can see. Last day I have shown you also as a program, by writing a program. So in the book also you can get the basic structure of a program. So in the first page of this chapter, there you can see the basic structure of a program, like comment, then preprocessor directive, hash include that program, that thing you have to draw. Okay, in the book I am showing you this one. Okay, I hope all of you can see this one. Okay, so this you have to draw, and this is the basic structure of a program: preprocessor directive, main function, return instruction, then lines of code, namespace, comment. So this you have to draw, and you have to write down this labels also. Okay, so this is the basic structure of a C++ program. Okay, so next question is explain the process to start the compiler. So how will you start the compiler? How will you compile the program? That we will see. That will be the answer. So the answer will be, to compile the C++ code in the Dev C++ window, click the execute menu, click C compiler, then the compiler progress dialog box appears. Once the compilation process complete, the close button will be highlighted. Then you have to click the close. From here you can see compile process. Okay, so when it will be completed, then click the close. The executable file myprogram.exe is created. So this is the way how will you compile the program in C++. Or you can do the next method what we have done in Turbo C++, that also you can write. Like first you have to click on the Turbo C++ window, then click on the compile option from the menu, compile menu from the menu bar. Then you can see if there is no error, then it will show you success, and if there is an error, then it will show you the errors. No, so if there is no error, then it will show success, and then you have to click on the OK button. So this is the way how will you compile in C++. So anyone you can write, okay, of this question. Next question is, what is a valid variable? What is a valid variable? A valid variable is also known as a named storage, which a program can use to manipulate. Each valid variable in C++ is of a specific type that determines the size and layout of the variable's memory. along with the range of values that can be stored in that memory. Okay, up to here you have to. Next is explain the function of multiple insertion operator. Multiple insertion operators are used mainly to combine the literals and variables within a single sentence. Okay, so placing multiple insertion operators allows you to connect a single sentence that contains the required text and the variables. Okay, that is multiple insertion operator, the function. So you write this example, see out single sentence, and then you can see here the multiple insertion operator is used here, single sentence, then with, and then literal, text and variables. So these 1 2 3 messages, or you can say outputs, are written over here in the single line through the multiple insertion operator. Okay, next question, what does a standard input stream consist of? Yes, in C++, the syntax of the standard input stream is cin. Okay, because the question is what does a standard input stream consist of. So here you can you have to write a standard input stream consists of cin, which is an instance of istream class, and the cin object is connected with the standard input device, for example a keyboard, allowing you to accept an input. Up to here only. Okay, so that's all for today. Write down these questions in your copies. Okay, thank you.